Wow, what a piece of shit. He just straight up just fingered us for a death that wasn't even actually a murder. It was just somebody having like a heart attack. And he fingered us for it, and they shot on sight. Alright, well now we're a mess. What does it say? Optical unit, impaired vision. Corrupted mind palace? I can only think of Sherlock if I hear that. All systems in lower powered mode. Defective. Ethereum pump regulator. I need that. Ethereum's... Oh cool, no leg. Left and right leg components missing. Both of my legs are gone? Oh. Holy crap. What's even left of me at this point? Can I look around the room or something? No, because I'm supposed to diagnose, right? So just me? Oh, somewhere over there. Audio processor broken. I accidentally let go of it. Replace legs. Oh, we are screwed. Okay. I guess we're not hanging out with Mr. Bishop much more. Alright, compatible. Jam it in there. Come on. Shake the controller. Sometimes it takes like 3 tries to make the shake work right. There we go. We're so dismembered we've lost limbs, but we're still fully clothed because we don't want a naked robot. We just want a dismembered one. Incompatible. Was that guy speaking? I'm wondering what the state of this place is. Like, did they check what state people are in? Did they check to see if people are even alive when they dump them? That guy's moving too. Seems like a dumping ground, but they don't even check to see if you're deactivated or not, which seems weird if I was apparently a dangerous homicide bot. But like the other guy who actually murdered someone and was they more or less finished an investigation that pretty much sealed the deal on the fact that he was totally the murderer. They arrested him. They arrested him calmly and he got taken to jail. But this guy is just over the body of somebody who has no wounds on them and they shoot him on sight? Is this just French people like, is what French people think cops are like in the United States? Okay, that's just creepy.
There's a place where we can be free. Find Jellicoe. Find Jellicoe.
Did he just get taken out? Is he shut down? The band on his head turned off. Oh. Why would there be such a weird perfect crevice? Ah. Wait, they're all grabbing. Are they also— if they're all still awake, then they must be the ones that don't have brains? They must—
Where are you going?
Those must all be the ones that don't think, right? That's why they're in a weird pile. Buried and completely underground. Okay, now they're walking around. Who runs the... Wait, who runs this place? Oh boy. Alright, optical unit, pump regulator, audio processor. Alright, well that guy's just legs. Oh boy. Alright, so now we're just straight up in a robot mass grave. Speaking of Holocaust imagery, it might be a good time to bring up that I did look into the blue triangle everyone's wearing. And that blue triangle is the same symbol but inverted that the Nazis used on people in the concentration camps. There was a bunch of different inverted triangles they would put on people's patches on their jackets, and the blue triangle pointing down would make you a foreigner or a forced laborer, and those both are actually rather applicable. The androids are treated like some sort of foreign outside force, even though we created them, and 100% of them are forced laborers. So they're getting pretty on the nose with this stuff. I would like your eyeball. Well... Is it awake or... I can't tell. Doesn't its body have the power source? I'm a little confused. I thought the power source was in their body, but this head is removed, and yet it's still glowing, like it's awake. Its little ring is glowing, whereas the other guy that deactivated after grabbing us, his ring went away. Alright. We do look significantly less like the guy from Cabin in the Woods now. Now that half of our face has been removed. This happened early. I imagined body destruction would come into play sooner or later on the android characters. I wasn't expecting one of them to be obliterated in the first, like, 3 hours. Incompatible. No luck this time. Is my face fixing itself? Oh yeah, I think the other side of my head is less patchy now. I think whatever they do that makes them, whatever affects their appearance seems to have been fixing up, because he doesn't have like a giant patch on his body anymore, like that one guy from Mortal Kombat who's half his face is red. I always forget his name. I might have never known his name actually. Stop. Bad. Don't do that. I jumped. My character jumped hard. He didn't even reach me. And I can't hear properly. Hello? Are you awake? Compatible. Oh. Gotta find the dumb ones. Take. Is there a pull her out option? It seems to be stuck with the take option. Are there other places I can do it? And just pull her out of the rubble? Is that a decapitated body walking around? Of course it is. But come on, he was still. Look at his. Check him. Come on. Dude was just walking around. He's probably compatible. What's that? Audio processor, yes. I would like to get rid of this not good sound happening all the time. Gimme. Please be dead. Nope. Those come right out. They didn't have to, like, unscrew things. Oh, just jam that into your head. No big deal. Ah. I'm just gonna give it a moment to adjust. Okay, that was very loud. That was definitely a I just got my ears back sound. That was a bad time. Alright, what can we find around here? Find pump regulator. I think finding that first eye might have enabled this ability. I don't know. I'm not sure if I had the ability to right trigger before then. I don't know if I tried. But it would make some sense. Keep going. Who's over here? Yeah, it works. Go for it. I think. I bet we have to go fast or we just straight up, like, stop functioning. Alright, this is really on the nose. Ignoring the Holocaust imagery itself, there's just the fact that, like, you have to climb over other people, so it's like, first you have to rip in order to recover, you have to rip all the pieces directly out of the bodies of others that are like you. Then you have to climb across their corpses in order to escape. Hey, you. We are totally interested in helping people, by the way. Like, this guy is trying to climb out, and we won't even, like, give him a hand. Hey, buddy, you want to be my new sidekick? No? Okay. I can't be like, climb on. Go, go, go. Yep, wrong one. I can cut it off? I guess so. Oh, am I gonna pretend I'm a human? Is that the new goal? It's kind of a natural follow-up to the previous stuff about don't let them treat you differently and stuff like that. I think we're just gonna pretend we're a human for the rest of the game. Oh, here it goes.
My name is Marcus.
It's just a trench coat on like a coat hanger, just hanging out. Of course there is. Huh. Alright, I'm interested in where that goes. Marcus just pretending to be human from here on out. So this is all really linear for a while, and then there's some differences here. Yeah, I refused to kill, I could have killed, and there was some other place I could have checked. which I assume were for other chunks of body. Maybe you could have gotten one of the other body parts from a different location. Maybe the optical unit or something? Maybe. Whoa. Whoa. Y'all suck. Okay, so the optical unit's always in the same spot, and so is the audio processor because they're 100%. So that means that the pump regulator... Well, we already knew that. But 70% of people find the regulator in the Android, and only 30% refuse to kill. That means 40% of players, aka more than half of the people who find the pump regulator in that Android, kill the Android for it. Oh boy. I'm judging all of you. Well, this is beautiful. They're big fans of the stark contrasts, aren't they? Here's somewhere horrible, here's somewhere great. It's like how they directly contrasted, there was they showed us the slummy house, then cut directly to the Marcus's house, and the huge gap between the two. This looks like a mist world. This absolutely looks like a world from Mist. Okay. Let's have a look-see. What's up with this? Nothing? I assume it's because I'm not human? Seriously, this is a world from Mist. This is like a deleted world. This is DLC for Abduction. Androids. Birds hate androids. Do not like. Ah, that's probably Amanda. Tending a garden. We're actually somewhat on course for repeating the character setup from Heavy Rain. A little bit. Where you have the one guy who's an investigator, the one guy who's the one who's just kind of like tortured and mistreated and has to go through great horrible things in order to move forward, and then the female character that is a bit more protective and spends time in this, a lot of the time, usually spends time in the story caring for other people in the story. Although I don't have a drug addiction right now.
Hello, Amanda.
Connor, it's good to see you. Congratulations, Connor. Finding that deviant was far from easy. And the way you interrogated it was very clever. You've been remarkably efficient, Connor.
Thank you, Amanda.
We've asked the DPD to transfer it to us for further study. It may teach us something about what happened. The interrogation seemed challenging. What did you think of the deviant?
It showed signs of PTSD after being abused by its owner. As if its original program had been completely replaced by new instructions.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
I think he's irritable and socially challenged. But I also think he used to be a good detective. He's an intriguing character.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with him. What do you think is the best approach?
I will adapt to his personality. It is in the best interest of the investigation that I avoid conflict and try to accommodate his psychology.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype cyberlife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Hurry, Connor. There's little time.
Well, it's good to know the Hank's warm, but where are you at? I guess we just check with the receptionist.
Can I help you?
I'm here to see Lieutenant Anderson.
Do you have authorization?
Yes.
Lieutenant Anderson hasn't arrived yet, but you can wait at his desk.
You might be in shock.
Tensions in the Arctic have reached a new level, with a Russian carrier and an American patrol boat reported to have clashed last night.
Sure.
Several warning shots were exchanged, apparently with no damage or casualties to either side. The Minister for Defense, Dennis Riggs, has spoken of intolerable provocation that cannot go unanswered. The countries in the region, particularly Sweden and Canada, have called for military forces to withdraw and an international conference to be held. So far, there has been no response from either Moscow or Washington. We'll keep you informed minute by minute as the situation develops.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Oh wow, you mean Russia and America have been having conflicts? How could that ever happen? Oh, look at this place. Howdy. Oh, there's a lot of places to check. Let's talk with you. Hello, android.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Anderson's desk.
It's that desk right there.
Thank you. Theo Peterson. Who's that? Oh, what's up with the androids? Oh, they're like, oh, those are like in waiting bays. That's the role they fill. Is that the same android? Oh yeah, there's two android types, just repeating. It was one of these, right? That one.
Excuse me. Do you know what time Lieutenant Anderson usually arrives?
Depends on where he was the night before. If we're lucky, we'll see him before noon.
Thanks.
Well. She did not like it when I said that I would adapt. That's not what they're at. We're not interested in waiting around. Press the case, see the deviant. That keeps happening. Oops. Ah! It keeps happening where the freaking objectives are like off camera and I try to turn towards them and I can't get them back on camera. And then when I'm trying to turn the camera, I interact with something in the environment because the interacting stuff is just moving the joystick now instead of pressing a button half the time. Knights of the Black Death. Dark heavy metal. Call who? Call Anderson? Yeah, he'll love that. Let's look at his stuff. He'll also love that. Avoid injury. Don't tell me how to do my job. We don't bleed the same color. How's my driving? If you're not a bartender, then go away. He has 2 of that sticker. Happy people make my sick. No more Android. I'm not grumpy. I just don't like you. Why does he have a bunch of anti-Android shit all over his desk? I thought he didn't care. We don't bleed the same color. Anti-Android slogans. Use your brain, not your Android. Android free space. These are all... I don't think this is evidence, is it? I think this is stuff that he's like collecting and putting around. It's weird. Jimmy's bar matches. Saint Bernard hair. Alright. Yeah, okay, that's just photos of the real actors. So we can see the actual actor that plays him too. And a bunch of other people. Real police, good cop. Not sour since... Oh, not seen since 2019. Owes me $50. People are missing. He just Huh. Red Ice Task Force 2027. Multi-department unit responsible for the Red Ice network dismantled 2028. It's weird how he just writes his opinion of every person right there. Like, why? It's like he's asking to be investigated by me. That's a really weird environmental detail, right? Like, who would write down your opinion of every person in a photo on your desk that where everyone can see it? It's just a weird choice. Like, it's not like you're documenting it for yourself. You already know what you think of those people. Not watered, right? Japanese maple, Asian. No mention of whether or not it's watered. It looks like it's dead. Cold coffee. Traces of caffeine. It's full. It presumably has all sorts of caffeine in there due to being coffee. Detroit baseball. Oh, we're researching him now. Detroit police dismantle a network of red ice dealers. More than 50 arrests throughout the country. Detroit's finest has dealt a massive blow to the city's growing ice epidemic, with a number of high-profile dealers and suppliers now behind bars and narcotics seized with a street value of $500,000. Detective Hank Anderson, a young but hugely talented detective, is said to have been instrumental in the operation, which took months of planning. The DA described the work of Detective Anderson and his colleagues as model investigative police work. Detective Anderson promoted to the rank of lieutenant. Becoming the youngest lieutenant in the Detroit police force, Lieutenant Hank Anderson was among the most decorated detectives in DPD's recent history, securing a number of high-profile arrests and serving as an integral member of the force. Captain Fowler said the promotion was long overdue, describing Anderson as among the most talented police I've ever worked with. The new lieutenant is expected to rise quickly through the ranks of the department and is already being tipped as a future commissioner. So it's 2028, 2029, now it's 2031. New record seizure of red ice in Detroit. Nearly a ton of red ice discovered in the hold of a boat after a long investigation conducted by Lieutenant Anderson of the Detroit Police Force. So even after the dismantling, he keeps finding more.